How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Investing with Zeke. I hope you had a good weekend. Happy Father's Day. I hope you had spent some time with the family, went out and did something. We actually had some Philly cheesesteaks and we played Monopoly. We love Monopoly at our house, believe it or not. My son actually won. He usually wins. It's kind of crazy. He's a lot like I was when I was his age. So, surprise, right? I guess that's what part of being a father's about. Let's talk about my daughter. So I figured, since it's Father's Day, we just talk about everything. I'd even tell you a little story about what happened with me a couple weeks ago. I think this was last week. My daughter decided to sneak out of the house. That's right. So she sneaks out of the house, right? Like 5 minutes, I catch her. I call the police because she's gone. My son, he's like, yeah, she told me not to say nothing. She's older, so I kind of let it slide. But, I called the cops. They come over, and I'm like, hey, I don't know if she's coming back. I don't know what's going on. Like, an Uber picked her up. Like, an Uber driver picked her up. Now, the cop was like, it's summer. Like, how old is she? And I'm like, she's about to be 17. You guys are probably like, why isn't she driving? She's going to get her license here, like, in a couple weeks. So, and she'll have her full driver's license. She's been going through things with surgeries and stuff. That's why it took so long. So she took an Uber driver somehow and went on a date or something. Like, completely unacceptable. Now, the cop was like, look, she's almost 17. You gotta, sometimes this happens, right? And I didn't know, even though I have done this myself, I didn't go out to, like, sneak out with some girls, which I know that sounds crazy, but I didn't. Like, you remember Baldur's Gate was out. Like, we had stuff going on. Left 4 Dead. We had stuff going on Final Fantasy. Like, even we were doing other things. Like, but, she went on some date or something. I still took all of her stuff away. I'm still going to ground her because that's just how I roll, right? So, and then I ask around, I start asking around, and it turns out everybody's kid just sneaks out of the house sometimes. Like, it's just something that happens. Like, my wife has never done it. There is a few selective groups that haven't done it. But for the most part, it's happened, so maybe I won't ground her till she's 18. I don't know. But we got bigger things to talk about. Well, that's pretty big. But I know you guys are tuned in to watch about what the hell is going on in the market. And yes, I've made some changes. And yes, I'm a little scared. We got a lot to cover. Real quick, we'll talk about the Tesla shareholder meeting. So Elon got his $54 billion pay package. Congratulations to Tesla shareholders. Because if he didn't get that and Elon left, Tesla would be worth nothing. So, well, not quite. A little bit above nothing. But regardless, Elon gets to stay with Tesla. So I still think that I'm going to be able to buy Tesla at $110. It's not like I hate the company. It's just that at this point, it's too overvalued in my opinion. Like, I have $1 trillion market cap valuation on Tesla in 2030. We're not even there yet. So, we're what, $500 billion? I'll step back. I'll wait a little bit. I think we're going to go down. And I'm going to show you why I believe we're going to go down, actually, and why I started changing my investing. Now, I still, my thesis of I thought that mankind would get along, like, and not maybe repeat the same mistakes that they've done before. We would grow, we would learn, we would come together. That's what I was hoping for. That's what my investment thesis was. And I still want to get back to that, but we got a lot of stuff that's going on in the market. So let's start off with a little bit of Russia.
Who's making international headlines? A nuclear-powered Russian submarine and 3 Russian ships arrived in Cuba today. What are these warships doing so close to the United States? CBS's David Martin reports tonight from the Pentagon.
Having passed just 30 miles off Florida, a four-ship Russian flotilla pulled into Havana today, led by a warship and a submarine, both armed with guided missiles, and greeted by a 21-gun salute. While the submarine is nuclear-powered, U.S. officials say there's no indication it is carrying nuclear weapons.
We, of course, take it seriously, but these exercises don't pose a threat to the United States.
It's not the first time Russian warships have pulled into Cuba, but U.S. officials say this appears intended by Vladimir Putin as a high-profile response to the Biden administration's support for Ukraine. The frigate has been used in the past to test one of Russia's newest hypersonic missiles.
We're always constantly going to monitor any foreign vessels operating near U.S. territorial waters.
2 American destroyers plus 2 ships specially equipped with sonar for tracking the submarine, along with Navy patrol planes, even sail drones, shadowed the Russian flotilla as it made its way across the Atlantic into the Caribbean. The Russian ships are expected to remain in Havana until next week before getting underway again, perhaps for Venezuela. When they do, officials say, the U.S. Navy will start shadowing them again.
Well, so that's what's going on here. You know, we got Russia obviously moving some nuclear subs over to Cuba. But that isn't actually my biggest problem with the market right now. I mean, besides the fact Russia, China, pretty close, and I believe we all should work together, that doesn't seem like that's going to happen this go-around. Why do I say that? Well, let me show you why I say that here. Let's see here. So as you can see that we continuously pose tariffs on China over and over again. And this is actually just Biden that did this. Let's see. Biden just decided to increase tariffs under Section 301 of the Trade Act of 1974. Now, with him doing that, and also Donald Trump, of course, started that lead. So we have 2 presidents that don't really like China and want to pose these tariffs. Why do they want to pose these tariffs, and why do they want to affect China? I hate to say it, China's doing better with their money. And also, what is really scaring me more than any of this tariff stuff, I mean, that's why I can't invest into BABA right now, is because of all this craziness that's going on. Trying to focus. I had a had a bottle of On the Rocks Aviation. Have you ever had this stuff? This stuff's pretty good. I got another bottle right here in case I get a little perched, right? So what's really bothering me is actually this. So the Saudi Arabia petrodollar deal ends after 80 years. This just happened. What does this mean? Well, I'm not 100% sure what it means, but it could explain my whole, if people are buying BTC at $66,000, I think we're fine. I think there's a little more to this than I actually know. I mean, with all the tariffs, with them practically, this could mean our dollar is going to be severely affected by this. And it could be really, really bad. When do we find out this information? In October, awkwardly. So what have I been doing? This is what's really been scaring me, other than the tariffs and the Russia, and we're not really even trying to get along with anybody else, so I'm going to have to step back off of BABA, and I'm going to have to stop back off of JD, because at any moment, the USA could be like, we don't want you guys trading on our markets, and then I'm in Hong Kong somewhere on their stupid stock market. I don't want to deal with that. All right, so what have I been looking at? You know, so let's talk about SoFi. I mean, everybody likes SoFi, so I'm looking at companies like this that have been completely destroyed, that look really, really cheap. So I'm going to pull up SoFi right here, and the first thing do I look at? I see a market cap at almost $7 billion. What does that mean? That means hell to the no. SoFi is not worth $7 billion, especially when I can buy Wynn, which I know they're different businesses, at $9 billion. And I actually want to buy Wynn. You know, if we can get Wynn in the $50 range, I'm good. That I'm definitely going in. Even at 60s, I'm going to start buying. I looked at PayPal, but really they're a big letdown. You still got, I mean, this is a massive company. I mean, I'm going to continue to watch it. If it drops into the 50s or lower 50s, I might be interested, but I'm not seeing what Alex Chriss is doing over there. I don't get it. Like, he's not saying anything, he doing anything. He could at least do a goddamn cartwheel or something. He could be like, look at me. Like, like, what is he fucking doing over there? Like, it doesn't matter. You know what? I'm not messing with PayPal. There's other stocks. Solar Edge, the stock that has been bending me over and making me drink a lot. I wonder if I could press charges on Solar Edge for an abusive relationship. Let me explain. You know what? The reason why I like this company is insiders are buying this like crazy. 44,000 shares last quarter, Solar Edge employees have been buying. I love that. But on the other hand, you got institutions that are dumping this company hand over fist. They still make money. It's still cheap. You know, I'm just going to buy it slow. You know, a couple shares a week. We're just going to trickle some Solar Edge into my account just in case I can't get Tesla at $110. You know, yeah, I get it. Doesn't look like Tesla's hitting $110. But I'm going to wait this out because I really think Elon's going to get caught up in a lot of, you know, I don't think robo-taxi is going to happen anytime soon. I don't think the robots are going to happen at all. I don't even think Tesla has the ability to do robots. I mean, I know it's more than a car with an iPad in it. I know that. But it has to be $110. That's all I'm saying. MJ, I believe it's literally the only savior. Jesus Christ. It looks like it died like 4 years ago. It looks like it's the only savior of the president that's in office now. And it ain't even a savior. It's just something I'm adding to because, you know, I think it eventually will be useful in the medical world, in the alcohol world, and then even recreationally or just in the drug world, in pharmaceuticals. So that's why I'm investing a lot here as well. And of course, you know how much I love Under Armour. Like, everybody should have Under not financial advice, whatever. But Under Armour, I like the low market cap. I believe this is a $6 billion company all day, all night, you know. So, and I think it's actually worth more than that even now. I think we should be able to easily see all-time highs again eventually, but this is going to be one of those slow growers, so I'm building it out slow. Now, what did I go crazy over? You know, the first video I ever started, Allegiant Airline. What do I get with Allegiant Airline? Besides the fact I'm paying under $1 billion market cap. This company it should be a $2 billion valuation all day. They have like an $800 million property. So this gives me a little bit of property. It gives me a dividend, a damn good dividend. It's like 3% dividend. And as you can see, we're at like all-time lows all the way back. Well, not all time, actually. We're pretty close. I wish we'd see the 30s again. We're all the way back at like 2012 prices. All because Boeing likes to off people and not really come through on any of their planes. That is what's really killing Allegiant Airline. Has low volume. Insiders are somewhat buying, but what's buying more than anybody? Institutions. And it's not a clown stock. So I love it. So, you know, when I believe that's kind of it. I mean, even at $10 billion, Wynn's undervalued. I believe Solar Edge is undervalued by probably about $5 billion. I mean, PayPal's undervalued. There's so many companies out there that are just are just better, or just better than a company like this that has been just destroying it. Shit, could it go again? Like, it actually could run a little more, but I would never short this company. Look, $3.2 trillion market cap. That's fucking insane. It's ridiculous. It really is. But like I said, I had to sell my Baba. I had to sell my JD, but I mean, it's going to take a lot for me not to actually buy again. I just need to make sure the relations are better between all of us before I start buying. But, whew. Anyway, I just wanted to give you kind of an update on what I was doing, why I was a little bit scared, and it's really all because of this. If we're not the number $1 anymore, that's some trouble. Like, especially because we're the fastest growing economy. Now, I could be just in an algorithm that they keep showing me bad shit. It better not be. But regardless, I've been playing it safe all year. I mean, my most riskiest play is Palantir. And honestly, I mean, I have that at like $10. So we're already up 150% on it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.